treat his block like a...
Coming up, it's Week 12 in the NFL. The Jets have been grounded by the Texans in their past 3 matchups. Can New York get cleared for takeoff? We'll find out next on EA Sports.
On a wonderful fall afternoon in the state of Texas, the roof is open, and we've got football from NRG Stadium in Houston. The scene from a few moments ago, this crowd enthusiastically cheering on their Texans as they emerge from the locker room, and we're just about ready for football as the Texans get set to match up with the New York Jets. Again, everyone, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Texan ball club entering play here. Things haven't gone exactly according to plan to this point, but boy, you and I down there with them before the game, they were fired up.
And they understand how important this game is. Win this one, they can start to think about a turnaround.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jets, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes that actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
And we are underway from NRG Stadium in Houston. Taken at the goal line. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team. The Texans ready to take over here on offense, and it's Deshaun Watson at the controls in his 5th season now in the NFL.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
1 touchdown, 1 pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or 2 free.
Watson's throw complete there to Conley. Despite a little power on the move, still tackled shy of the 20. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. 2nd down. Back to throw, Watson. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Shaq Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Going deep this time for Miller. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. And the Jets about set to go here on the offensive side for the first time. And leading them out, Charles, the number 2 overall pick in this April's draft. It's Zach Wilson out of BYU.
I loved his quote during the week. If I were a defensive back, I would have wanted to play against me last week as well. He's trying to eliminate those turnovers, those interceptions, and get back on the positive side of the ledger, throwing touchdown pass.
Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jordan Jenkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And so much for that great field position to start the game. Now they're way behind the sticks. Can't wait to see what their 2nd down call is going to look like now.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson, 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Flushed out right, and he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. Back deep here, Andre Roberts. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines.
Let's go.
So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Watson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Now Watson. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. Out to the flat here for Johnson. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. Watson now to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right, and this will remain a scoreless game. Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's who you're looking for.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Wilson, and the grab by Croft. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 6 catches, 70 yards.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
And another thing that makes a comeback route really effective is that oftentimes after you've made the initial move, receivers breaking away from the defensive back, and that makes it a really tough play to defend. And nice chunk of yardage picked up there.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. They'll try the left side with Coleman. They'll get forward for 3 down to the 16-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Coming up on 2nd and 7. They'll run here with Coleman out of the gun. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
On third down. Wilson. That's going to be caught by Crowder. It's a Jets touchdown. Jamison Crowder, his second touchdown on the season. And the Jets have taken a first-quarter lead. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Matt Amendola now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Jets lead 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays, and it ends with a Jet touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Heading out is the Texans offense as they get set to take over here. And they were in field goal range last time out but couldn't connect.
And it's early in the game, so I don't think that the confidence just goes entirely out of, running your kicker back out there. But let's face it, some coaches have a little bit less patience for that than others. Let's see if they call the game differently now in terms of what they do on drives and not try and settle for field goals.
Holding offense.
So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. On second down, Johnson. And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this third down. Watson. And incomplete on the deep ball.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
On fourth down, on is the punter, Colby Wadman. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left. We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
And as you saw right there, this is a guy with pretty good speed for a tight end. Nice job there, catching the short throw and turning it upfield. He can also be a weapon downfield as well.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. On the ground, it's a handoff to Coleman. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. To throw is Wilson. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Got him. Let's go. Let's go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a 3rd down and long coming up. Now it's Wilson. Drops it off for Coleman. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
So Wilson will depart, and on comes Matt Amendola for the Jets field goal. It'll be spotted on the right hash, a 52-yard attempt. And this is off the left upright, and it comes back. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So distance not the issue there. He had plenty of leg to get it there. It's that darn upright getting in the way.
Always gets in the way of a good time, doesn't it? Because he hit it square, too. Sometimes you can bank one in if you get it on the end of the football. No such luck there for him.
Now Deshaun Watson and his offense heading back out there. He's got to dig deep here, doesn't he? Team's losing. He's not playing well either.
And they always tell you, don't press. You'll make things a little bit worse. But in this particular situation, you try and heighten your play a little bit. So far, he's thrown 1 interception. He wants to balance that off with at least 1 touchdown pass in order to get his team back moving forward.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on the early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They toss it out right to Johnson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and set them down.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 15. He'll get this underneath to David Johnson. Uses the stiff arm. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what it is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. They'll run on 1st down. Johnson, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Watson. He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And he is going to have a Texans 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Watson. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Shaq Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Hindsight is 20/20, partner. Maybe they should have kept it on the ground again.
Well, it almost looked like the O-line was run blocking again. I mean, they opened up a big hole last time. This time they opened up a hole, and the quarterback got sacked. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Watson under pressure. They got him again. Quinnen Williams has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
He continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. And these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans. Here's Watson. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Marcus May with a pick. And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, Davis.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? After the interception, here's Wilson. He'll get this to Coleman. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Jordan Jenkins in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him.
So, Charles, no turnovers yet for this offense, but those sacks now, they're starting to pile up.
And one thing usually leads to another because they've got to figure out how the offensive line and everyone else involved in protection can keep their quarterback upright and allow him a chance to throw the ball downfield.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up 4th. Here's the Jets punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop, a man down on the return. While the traders take a look, we'll step aside. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it no matter the sport. They say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I was
going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
On 1st and 10, Watson completing it to the right side. Johnson. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
Well, it looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
On 2nd down, it's Johnson. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Watson to throw on 3rd and 1. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That's a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now it's Watson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Hall. And the Jets are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now Corey Davis and the rest of his offense getting ready for their next drive. Second quarter here. He has only 1 catch, but they have the lead. You got to think, though, he's going to be more involved at some point.
That's what you would expect, but sometimes what defenses do to take away a player of his magnitude, it costs them in other areas. And right now, with them losing, they may have to change their focus, and maybe he will open up a little bit more as the game goes on.
Yeah, well, so far, just the single catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson. That's complete as he goes right back to Crowder. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock stops here with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now Wilson. This one caught by Crowder. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Wilson will throw again. Coleman has it here right side. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. Now Wilson on 1st down. This is Coleman with a grab. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
Okay, Brandon, bye weeks, they're over. We've once again got a full slate of games to get to as we take you around the NFL here in Week 12. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Jets. And even though they've got a halftime lead, they're likely devising ways as we speak to try and get a little more production from their passing game. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The return man, Ty Johnson. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. It's a run by Coleman to start the third quarter. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. This is Coleman. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They go play action now. Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A pair of first downs gives him a 1st and 10 up at the 44. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Completes it to Davis. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Play action. It's Wilson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Let's go.
Haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully, that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Play action. Now Wilson. And bringing it in, it's Davis. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
They'll run with Coleman on 1st down. And they'll get to him just inside the 15. Even after the strong run we just saw, they're able to corral him quickly defensively. A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. They will run again with Coleman. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, go with the fresh legs, able to push forward, pick up that first. So another 3rd down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. Now it's Wilson. Flush to it, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Jordan Jenkins has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, it still definitely hurts.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. To throw is Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Whitney Merciless has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football, had to eat it, and ended up on the ground.
This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Throwing is Wilson. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Deshaun Watson of the Texans offense trot back out there. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense. But when you hit him on the move like that, and he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam, oh, boy, it's going to be tough to get him down.
Yeah, there was a big window. They're lucky they did get him down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Johnson. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. A shotgun snap for Watson. This will be caught by Brown. And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Watson on 3rd down. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Akins. And he is going to have the Texans 1st down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. 5th catch of the game for him there. Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back to throw, Watson. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. 7 yards, the pickup there. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
3rd and 2, Watson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him, do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula is not working right now. Back now in Houston. It's Texans football, but they trail here as we get started in the 4th quarter. The Texans send the punter out as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And they'll play keep away from the returner as this one will be marked out of bounds at the 13-yard line. Pretty good spot. The rookie Zach Wilson and the Jet offense set to go to work once more. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Coleman. 51 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Coleman. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. From the gun, it's Wilson. And he's got a man, Corey Davis. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here, down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. And the grab by Croft. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect them to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
So 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 41. They'll run on 1st down. It's Coleman, and he stopped immediately there. The tackle by Terrence Mitchell. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved.
That's on big Mekhi Becton, 1st-round pick in 2020.
And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. Here's Wilson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. The Jets on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Now Wilson.
He'll get this to Coleman.
And he gets this only to the 41, not near enough for the 1st. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And now out comes Houston. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
And he's going to get forward for about 5, but that may be coming back. What say you, Mr. Referee?
Laremy Tunsil, Pro Bowl tackle, called for the infraction.
Here's Watson. Screen play, Johnson. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 11, he goes down. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. On 2nd and a long way to go. Watson.
And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and forever. From the gun, here's Watson. And that is incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Desperation time. Watson on 4th down. He's going to go deep for Conley. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And now following the incomplete pass, we'll get a timeout here for an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
On 1st down, Coleman. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Well, no doubt here in the 4th quarter, this is a huge defensive series.
Hey, they can read the scoreboard. They realize if they give up a field goal here, this game might be out of reach. They understand the stakes and are playing accordingly.
On 2nd and 7, Wilson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
So now Wilson and the Jets with a 3rd and long here following the sack.
On 3rd down, here's Coleman. And they're going to drop him well shy of the 1st as he can only make it to the 11. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves him with a 4th down now. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And his kick is indeed good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist. But time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Houston set to take over.
And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. We'll see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out.
Watson's throw taken in there by Cooks.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Watson. He's got his target, Chris Conley. And he's brought down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And this one is incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To the air yet again, Watson. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's third. Throwing on third down, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. The Texans tried it, but they come up empty here on fourth. And the Jets are going to get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still. Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38. And the drive starts with a handoff to Coleman. A strong running. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
76 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, in this part of the game, the fourth quarter, this is where a running back really has a chance to shine. This is what they've been training for, to take over the game down the stretch. The defense, it's been battered all game long. And here, this is just a case of a runner imposing his will and deciding he didn't want to be tackled right there.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact.
So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Coleman. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. They'll try and run for it here. It's Coleman. And he'll be stopped up at the line of scrimmage with a flag down. Let's check on the call. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Now, Charles, all things considered, I guess that's not a critical miss at this stage, is it?
No, but still everything helps when you're trying to finish off a ball game. And you're right, not critical in terms of the scoreboard and the team, but the guy with the golden foot, he knows he's only as good as his last kick.
Watson and the Texans now down by 13. 1:44 to go. Now their losing streak in danger of continuing as they come up on 1st down. To throw, Watson. And this is going to fall to the ground, incomplete. That very nearly their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down. Here's Watson. Complete. It's Johnson. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 1st down now, but the clock continues to move. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. No gain on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 10. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side of the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. Now Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a first down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Watson going to stay out there as they'll go for it on fourth.
Let's go, let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53.
Watson to throw. He's going to try and go deep again. Yeah, that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
53's the Mike, 53. Check it out.
Watson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete. They run. It's Johnson. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs. They'll start out on the ground with Coleman. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Coleman going to get it again on 2nd down. And this will be a gain of right around 3 from the 7 out to the 10-yard line. So it's a victory here for the New York Jets, and they did it in shutout fashion. Impressive.
Would it be too bland of a statement to say they didn't have the greatest day offensively? I mean,
did enough, though. Did enough, but yeah, you're right.
Most games, it wouldn't have been enough. So they've got to go into the locker room and applaud their defensive mates and say, guys, you really carried us today. We'll try and get you back next time. But as for today, you guys were nails out there.
So for the Jets, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for the Texans, the loss is number 8 for them on the year. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Indianapolis Colts.